All right, how's it going? It's Mid Temple. I had someone contact me on YouTube, wanted me to explain how to basically take a sample, I guess a sample shot, and put it across the pads, I guess. So, sample external source, like a piano or something like that, and then be able to put it on the pad on the keys as different notes. So I'm gonna try to explain that in this video. His comment was pretty much he said that, so I get what you're saying about the guy not making the keys for assigning all the chops to the keys, and I see how you found a workaround. This is from a video I did regarding pitting, I guess sampling straight to the keys. But he says, what about assigning just 1 second sample slash external sound to the middle of the keys and then spreading it across all the keys to get a lower and higher semitone for all ranges of notes? Can you do that without the MPC software? And the answer is yes. He said, does that require a software and a complex level of steps as well? So it's a few steps just to make the sound better, I guess, but it's not too complex. You basically you have to use key groups. I explained this in a comment, but I told them I'll go ahead and show a video as well. So let's do this. I got this sample. Everybody probably know the song "Lean on Me." Beginning of the song has like a piano note, so we're gonna sample that, and then I'm gonna kind of chop, I guess, take out the information that I don't want, clipping it out, and then I'm gonna put it across the keys using key groups. So let's go ahead and sample the beginning of the song, and that's all I want is that first note. We can go ahead and name it. It's called "Lean on Me." And let's just call it piano. Note. Okay. All right. So we can just go to edit and just take out the last part of the note, and then kind of trim up the beginning part to exactly where it comes in. You can use zero snaps, hold shift, hit zero snaps, and that allows you to kind of put exactly where that transition happens. And let's go to the end of that sample and then go to process. It's already on discard. This discards all the data or notes, information that's around where I want that shot. Also, I can go to process and go to normalizers to make the sample louder. So once you have that, it's a couple ways to get it to key groups. One way is I can go ahead and assign to I guess a drum program, which is this is a drum kit I already have loaded on the machine, and assign it to pad 1. And now it's on pad 1 of this drum program. From that point on, I can go straight to program edit, and then we got an icon up here, it looks like a piano. You can click that, and then it creates a key group. Another way is to actually just let's go to the next track. You can just basically go to key group, make another key group, and then go to the program edit and go to sample and assign it that way as well. So there's a couple ways you can get to the same destination. This way is it actually names a key group for you based on that sample name. So it created this key group, Lean on Me note, piano note. Another thing to keep in mind, a lot of times it identifies the key. If you go to sample edit, right now it's saying it's C major. That can be useful, I guess, when playing notes. So we can go to this key group is already assigned, and go to hit shift 16 level notes and adjust this pad performance to C major. That way you kind of know what key you're in. So we know that we're in C major, so it should be all the white keys. Let's go back to program edit. So again, we're in the Keygroup program. Another thing to keep in mind, these are kind of all the parameters. So right now it's on every, I can play the keys on every note. But if you want a more realistic, like a keyboard, right now it's on one shot. You can take it off one shot and put it on note, which right now is kind of cutting off real quick. You also can change this to poly, which will allow you to play multiple notes at the same time. But to make it sound more realistic, you can go to envelope and adjust your envelope a little bit to kind of the release. Don't cut off this real instantly. So it kind of sounds a little bit more realistic. You can also bring your attack out a little bit. You can adjust that. Just to help it sound more realistic. But that's a way to take one sample. When you look in your key groups parameters as well, you have your samples. You can actually have multiple layers of the same sample. You can have it where it can play a lower note or a higher note based on how you have your parameters set. As well as, let me see, there's other things you can do. You can actually have each note be a note for you. Right now we have this one note going across all the keys, but it's ways to just have each note be its own sample. So it's a lot of things you can do with key groups. I'll try to make another video about key groups down the road, but to answer your question about notes on each pad, each key, that can be done. So that's how you do that. Like I said, key groups can get complicated. You can actually, like I said, assign each key a different sample. So say you know your C is on this key, you can actually record in a C note, D note, different notes on each key and get real complex with it. They also have where you can actually convert virtual instruments into key groups, where you have maybe a virtual instrument through Contact or something like that. You can actually convert it and have each note be a sample of a virtual instrument. So it's a lot of things you can do with the MPC, and I think you can do that in standalone as well. So I may do some videos on that, but just to answer your question, you can do that in standalone mode as you've seen here in this video. So if you got any other questions or comments, just reach out to me. For anyone that's new, please subscribe. I'm gonna try to come out with other videos to explain different tricks and tips that you may need to know when using this MPC keys or the MPC Live 2. So appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for other videos. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.